Can I have a word with you? There's something important we need to discuss. Sure. What's going on? Have you been paying enough attention to your husband lately? There's been a complaint that the lunch is cold. What? Really? I've been making lunch every morning, but I suppose it could cool down even with insulated container. Excuses, excuses. As a spouse, you should be putting his health first. Serving cold food is a sign that you're not showing enough love. I assure you, I care about him deeply. I wake up early every morning to make lunch and breakfast, but I can look into ways to keep it warmer. Looking into it? That's the least you could do. You need to try harder to keep him happy. I understand. I'll try to be more creative with it. But I wonder why this wasn't mentioned to me directly. Because he's too kind to hurt your feelings. But I'm not. As a mother, I have to say what you need to hear, even if it's harsh. I appreciate your concern, but I'd like to handle things between us on our own. Oh, is that so? You're still young and inexperienced. Ignoring my advice is just plain disrespectful. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I respect your experience, but it's important to me that we manage our relationship ourselves. Fine. Have it your way. By the way, there's a family gathering at our place next weekend, and you're expected to be there. Next weekend? I actually have plans. What are you talking about? What could be more important than the family gathering? A close friend of mine is getting married, and I've already committed to attending. Cancel it. Family comes first. You can catch up with friends anytime. But I've already RSVP'd, and it's really important to me to be there. Unbelievable! You clearly don't understand the importance of family. I can't believe this has to be dealt with. With a wife like this, Kyle is going to have a hard time. I'm sorry, but this wedding is a significant event for my friend. Fine. Do whatever you want. Just remember, if you ignore my advice, there will be consequences. I understand that, but I can't betray my friend either. If your friends are more important than your family, maybe you should reconsider this marriage. A good spouse prioritizes their family. I am committed to our family. I'm just trying to balance everything as best as I can. I've had enough. There's no point in saying anything more. You'll learn in time just how naive you are. Well... How are you doing? You haven't reached out at all, so I have no idea how you and my son are doing. I need to talk to you. Is now a good time? Susan, I'm sorry for not being in touch. I'm okay, but is there something you need? Has it been 3 months since we last spoke? Yes, I think it's been about that long. I've been wondering how things turned out. About what? I asked how things turned out. I'm sorry, but I'm not sure what you're referring to. Oh my goodness! It's such an important matter and you've forgotten? I'm really sorry. Could you remind me? Do you remember our last conversation? It's about moving in together. What's the decision? Oh, I thought we had already discussed this and decided against it. I told you that I wasn't satisfied with that answer. Why hasn't it been resolved yet? Since then, Kyle has made it clear that we wouldn't move in together. Honestly, I can't believe you. Are you really Kyle's wife? What do you mean by that? If you truly understood how he feels, there's no way you would have come to that conclusion. Well, this is something we both agreed on after talking it through. He's just being considerate of your feelings because he's kind. If you can't see through that, You're failing as a wife. Maybe so, but one of the conditions of being a good wife is respecting your husband. You need to be more humble. I understand. I'll try harder, but as for living together... So we'll proceed with the plans for moving in together soon. That's final. But you can't just make that decision on your own. Yes, I can. As his wife, you need to follow what his mother says. I've mentioned this before, but I live with my grandfather. Yes, I know. Your parents are living out of state because of work, so it's just you and your grandfather. That's right. My grandfather is an important part of my family. But isn't your grandfather living in a separate unit? Technically, yes, but we eat meals together and it's on the same property. It's practically the same as living together. Having you move in would be difficult. So what you're really saying is that you don't want me living with a relative who's not really family? But I don't mind at all. Just because I'm single now doesn't mean I'm going to get involved with your grandfather, you know? No, that's not what I meant at all. Ugh, you're so frustrating. No matter what you say, moving in is decided. This house is... Your personal situation doesn't matter to me. You know what? I'm going to block you. And from now on, I'll just deal with Kyle directly. Wait, please don't. Hey, are you swamped with work right now? I need to talk to you about something. Can you text? It's kind of important. Oh, what's up? It's rare for you to say that. I'm on a break, so I'm all ears. I just got a message from your mom. Wait, my mom? Yeah, I just wanted to tell you. She's still not giving up on the idea of us moving in together. Seriously? That's surprising. I thought I made it clear that we're living with your grandpa. Why is she still pushing it? I know, right? She seems to understand that, but she's still dead set on moving in with us. She blocked me while I was trying to explain again. Now I don't know what to do. Wow, that's a tough situation. I can't believe she's being so forceful. Did I say something wrong? Maybe I accidentally offended her. No, it's more likely that she's just being overbearing. She can be a bit narrow-minded, quick-tempered, and impulsive. Her thinking is kind of old-fashioned, so she probably doesn't really get where our generation is coming from. I see. It's really tough talking to her. Oh, and she mentioned that she'll be reaching out to you next to push the idea of moving in together, so you might hear from her soon. Oh, man. Okay, I'll brace myself for that. Sorry for dumping this all on you. It's fine. Honestly, I should be the one apologizing. It's my mom's stubbornness that's causing all this trouble. And actually, I didn't mention it before, but she called me yesterday too. Yeah, once she sets her mind on something, she doesn't back down easily. Exactly. No matter how clearly I explain why I'm against it, she just doesn't listen. That's typical of her. She's always been good at bulldozing her opinions, though. But we have our own life, and we're happy just the way things are. Absolutely. I love the life we have with Grandpa, and I'll do my best to make her understand that. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Oh, I should get back to work. I'll make your favorite omelet tonight, so look forward to that. Awesome. I can't wait. Mom, what's going on here? You didn't tell me anything about this. Suddenly sending a ton of stuff my way without any warning? What are you thinking? Oh, hi, Kyle. The packages arrived, I see. Arrived, yeah. But seriously, what were you thinking, Mom? 20 huge boxes, all cash on delivery. What am I supposed to do with all this stuff? So you accepted them? That's a relief. Yeah, I accepted them. I mean, I couldn't exactly refuse them and make the delivery guy's life harder, right? But seriously, you should have given me a heads up. Oh, don't be so worked up about it. Worked up? Try over $200 in delivery charges. What if I didn't have that kind of money on hand? Oh, I'm sorry about that, but it all worked out, didn't it? It's far from okay, Mom. Our hallway and entrance are completely buried in boxes right now. What is all this stuff? Well, it's my moving boxes, of course. I've sent everything over to you. Wait, what? Moving? Don't tell me. Of course. I'm moving in with you. I'll be leaving here this evening, so we'll be living together starting tomorrow. No. Mom, neither I nor Jenna agreed to this. I thought you'd at least talk to me first. Normally, you'd discuss something like that in advance, wouldn't you? Yes. I was planning to discuss where my room should be once the luggage arrived. I'm glad you reached out. No, that's not right. Normally, you should consult first before sending the luggage. Wait, but Kyle, you're okay with me moving in, right? What? No way. I've always told you I'm with Jenna on this. We've both said no to this idea many times. Kyle, it's okay. You can be honest when it's just the two of us. What are you even talking about? Come on, admit it. You really want to live with your mother, don't you? Mom, you're scaring me right now. You don't have to hold back because of Jenna. Hold back? You know, Jenna living with her grandpa probably makes you feel like you can't say no. But remember, the husband is supposed to have the final say in his own home. That's just common sense. As the owner of the house, there's absolutely no reason for you to hold back in your own home. Wait, what? You're letting Jenna and her grandpa live in your house. So really, they're the ones who should be grateful. Hold on a second. Mom, do you think this house is in my name? Isn't it? Kyle, I'm so proud of you for buying such a big house so early in your marriage. No, Mom. What do you mean? This is Jenna's family's house. What? But it's so new. It looks new because her parents and Grandpa paid for a massive renovation right before we got married. Renovation? Yeah, and they covered the entire cost. So, wait. And the house's title? It's in Jenna's grandpa's name. He's the actual owner. What? I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before. I know Jenna's mentioned it too. Wait, really? Yeah, I've probably reminded you 4 or 5 times. Every time you got all excited and proud of my house, I had to clarify that it's actually Jenna's grandpa's place. So basically, I'm living in Jenna's family home. Wait, hold on. Then why is her grandpa living in the guest house? Shouldn't he be in the main house? When they did the renovation, Grandpa specifically requested his own space with a private garden. We call it the guest house, but really, it's his personal sanctuary. I can't believe it. This isn't even your house? So, I'm sending all your stuff back, Mom. What? But what about living together? We've always said no to that, Mom. And just to remind you, I'm married into Jenna's family, not the other way around. What? You really forgot that? I mean, this isn't the first time either. I've noticed you still send packages with my old last name. Wait, you mean you took Jenna's last name? You really don't remember? Your behavior is the main reason we even had to do that in the first place. What? Me? Yeah, when you and Dad got divorced, my sister kindly offered to let you move in with them. But you drove her husband crazy because you couldn't stop meddling.
Well,
So they kicked you out.
well,
That's why I made it clear when we got married I would never live with my parents. And remember, I also said that since Jenna is an only child, I'd take her last name. That's how things are now.
what?
You really need to listen to what people say. This is exactly why Dad and Mom got divorced, so you'd think you'd learn by now.
Wait, what about our family name?
Mom, that's really not your concern now, is it?
But, it's not like we're some old family, but to have the family name end with you?
Well, I wouldn't worry about that too much.
Why not?
Dad's new wife just had twin boys.
What? Your dad remarried and had kids?
Yeah, he got married after the divorce, and she gave birth 2 days ago.
Hold on, no one told me.
Yeah, he asked me to let you know this morning.
No, this can't be real, right?
Well, that's how it is now. So you can stop asking Dad to get back together with you.
Wait, hold on.
Anyway, I'm sending all your stuff back.
No, wait.
Why? You know we're not living together, right?
That's not it. I ended my lease, so I have to move out by the end of the month.
Of course you did. I figured as much.
So maybe we could live together after all.
Uncle Tom should be arriving at your place any minute now.
Wait, what? Uncle Tom?
Yeah, he's agreed to take you in, so just wait there.
No, wait. I don't get along with Tom. I can't stand him.
Be grateful you've got a place to stay. Bye now.
Wait, Kyle? Jenna, something terrible has happened. Can I have a moment? Please, I just need you to listen to me. What is it? I'm a bit busy, so please keep it short. I'm really sorry for all the trouble I've caused. I'm in a tough spot right now. What do you mean, a tough spot? I really don't want to go to Tom's place. We just don't get along. So, could you please reconsider living together again? I see. But you know, this is something you brought upon yourself, isn't it? We've made our decision and it's final. Please, don't be so cold. I've learned my lesson. I really am sorry. Please, help me out. I understand you're sorry, but that doesn't change anything. Our decision is final. Jenna, are you serious? Please, reconsider just this once. I'm sorry, but it's settled. I think it's best if you try to adapt to living with Tom. But Jenna, you're being so heartless. Help me. After that, my mother-in-law moved in with Uncle Tom. It seems the reason she was so insistent on living with us was because she was having financial troubles. The reason she ended up living with Uncle Tom was also because she was struggling to make ends meet. Uncle Tom is a strict man who insists that everyone in the family follows the rules. At first, my mother-in-law was bewildered by his strictness and resisted, but eventually, she had no choice but to adapt to life at his house. Uncle Tom went through all the belongings she brought with her, kept only what was necessary, and got rid of the rest. As a result, she had no choice but to follow Uncle Tom's instructions. She's been helping out with housework and now has very little free time. She sometimes complains about it. Uncle Tom doesn't tolerate that and firmly corrects her. I think it's best to leave her in Uncle Tom's care. Meanwhile, we've been able to focus on our own lives and enjoy a peaceful and happy home. I have maintained a good relationship with Kyle and my grandfather, and our family bonds have grown stronger. I hope this happiness continues.
You said you're going for a business trip, right? When will you go?
Huh? Were you listening to me? It's from today. I won't be around until tomorrow.
Oh, I see.
Did you forget about that?
It's none of my business what you do.
Well, yeah, but...
So you're not coming home today, right?
No, I'm not. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I think you'll be surprised later.
What do you mean by that?
That's something you're going to have to wait until you get home.
When you say it like that, it makes me even more curious. Why don't you just tell me now, Archie? I honestly have a bad feeling about this.
That's rude. It could be a good thing, you know. I'm trying to surprise you, but you don't seem pleased at all. That's very disappointing.
I'm sorry, but I'm not feeling happy. I'm rather worried. I have the feeling that the surprise you're preparing is not a good thing.
Don't talk like that.
Because the last time you said that, you were fired from your job, right? I honestly have a bad feeling about this too. I'm anxious and nervous. Can you tell me now?
No kidding. Don't you ever think of enjoying that excitement?
Not at all.
You're such a boring woman.
Yeah, sorry for that. So, what is it?
Actually, my dad and mom decided to move in together. You're working too, so that's a big help, right?
What?
My parents love this house. They want to move in with us, so I said okay. They said they'd move in tomorrow.
Are you stupid? What are you talking about? How can you decide such an important thing without discussing with me in advance?
For heaven's sake. They're my parents, so it's obvious that I decided right away. Anyway, they're moving in together tomorrow.
Wait a minute. That's just too selfish.
They told me that they're gonna move the huge furnitures later. Anyway, my parents are coming tomorrow, so let's all live together and get along. Our house is going to be lively from now on. I'm looking forward to it.
You must be kidding me. I have no idea what you mean. I don't know what's going on. Explain it to me.
I just explained everything to you. Mom and Dad like this house. Why don't you get it?
That's not what I'm talking about. How can you allow your parents to move in so soon without consulting me first? It's beyond my comprehension. I can't keep up with you.
You're so stupid. Why can't you understand my explanation? I have no idea how I should explain to make you understand.
I can't talk about this anymore. I've had enough. I'm telling you, your parents can't just suddenly move in with us. Why do you have to decide all by yourself? Who gave you permission to do that?
Huh? Don't get cocky. It's my house, so what's wrong with me making decision? It's a wife's duty to follow her husband's decisions without complaining, isn't it?
Are you really that stupid? I bought that house in my name, didn't I? I'm the one who is paying for the mortgage. For your information, I'm not only paying for the house. I'm also paying for all your living expenses. The house is not yours. Don't be ridiculous. You're trying to let your parents move in a house I bought without my permission. That's insane.
The house is my house. I don't know what's wrong with that.
Why can't you understand the main problem here?
I wonder if I don't have enough intelligence level.
Don't be silly. You're pissing me off. Anyway, I can't do it.
What? I already said yes to my parents. I think they're heading this way.
Huh? You said yes to them? Who gave you permission to do that?
Don't be upset. Don't you think it's better to have more people living in our house? The house will be more lively, and we can have fun together. Moreover, my parents said that they'll pay a small amount of the living expenses too.
What do you mean by a small amount? You don't even pay for our living expenses. And now your parents only want to pay a small amount for that? Are you telling me that you want me to pay for the rest? No way. Do your parents know you don't work?
I don't think they know about that. I don't think I've told them.
You quit your last job a year and a half ago. You say you're looking for a job, but I don't even know if you're really looking for a job. Despite that, are you going to let your parents live with us?
I'm currently doing job hunting. I told you that I'll get a job at a famous company someday, didn't I? Why don't you just calm down first?
Why are you expecting me to calm down when you haven't even found any job yet? You've been telling me that you'll get a job soon over and over again. But look at you now. You're still jobless. I'm the one who's doing extra job because of that. You don't understand anything. Aren't you ashamed of yourself for living like a pimp?
A pimp? How rude. I've decided I'm not going to get involved in the family finances. I'm leaving you in charge of that, and I don't have a problem with it. I'm making ends meet with the money you give me. You have no right to complain.
What a pathetic guy. You say you can't manage the money, so I'm managing the family finances. But that doesn't mean you don't have to work. Besides, who's gonna take care of your parents? Me? That's absolutely impossible.
Huh? That's your duty as my wife. There are plenty of wives in this world who actually take care of their in-laws, right?
If a wife is supposed to take care of her in-laws, isn't the husband's job to work and earn money? What about that?
I'm protecting our house.
I don't think so. You just sit at home and watch TV on high volume. When you get bored, you play video games, then eat all the snacks. You don't do a single housework, so don't add more people.
I can't believe you just said that. You really are a heartless woman.
What did you say?
My parents said that they want to live with us. Don't you think I'd be happy to live with them? Why are you so insensitive to my parents' feelings? Aren't you ashamed of yourself for behaving like that toward my elderly parents?
How dare you talk to me like that? I'm so stunned. Aren't you ashamed if your elderly parents know about your situation? Before you agree to let them move in, you should get a job first. Or at least show some signs of helping out with the housework if you don't want to work. Seeing you living a life of idleness, your parents must be embarrassed of you.
I'm not doing the housework, but I'm taking control of our household.
I don't understand. Stop making jokes that aren't funny.
You're such a boring woman. I don't care what you say. My parents are coming tomorrow. I was going to surprise you. Too bad that you already found out. Anyway, my parents will start living with us from tomorrow.
No, absolutely impossible. Please don't let your parents live with us.
You're so persistent. Are you serious?
You're more persistent than me. You keep saying things that don't make sense. I hope this whole thing is just a dream I can forget right away when I wake up.
It can't be a dream. My parents are saying that they'll pay for the living expenses too. I don't want to refuse.
What? You're such a coward. You're already in your 40s. I can't believe you let your parents live with us just because you want to get some allowance from them. What a scumbag.
Scumbag? That's rude. Anyway, I'm the head of the family, so I have the right to make decisions. I made the decision. so you have to cooperate and follow them.
Absolutely not.
Aren't you glad that my parents are willing to live together with us? You're part of the family, and you're supposed to cooperate. All you have to do is to follow my lead.
Then we should stop being a family.
Excuse me?
I'm not going to cooperate with you. You can go ahead with the divorce.
What are you talking about? You've got to be kidding me.
I'm not kidding. I'm very serious.
Wait a minute. Are you really sure about that?
I'm saying I want a divorce, and I'm serious.
Divorce? That's not a funny joke.
I told you I'm serious, didn't I? Do you think I'm the kind of woman who would joke about something like that? I can't stay married with a man who is jobless and doesn't even want to listen to his wife's opinion. We'll be strangers soon.
Are you serious?
Of course I am. If you want to live together with your parents, then you must leave the house right away.
Huh?
Why don't you leave that house and find a house that your parents will like? I know what you and your parents are up to. Your parents' house was taken by the debtors, and they have to evict you, right?
How do you know that?
I know you were trying to make life easy for your family by moving into my house, but that's not going to happen. I won't give you and your family the precious house I bought with my own money. Why should I take care of you and your family? I have no such obligation.
Huh? That's your duty, because you're my wife. You could at least do that for me, couldn't you?
It's been 1.5 years since I left my current company. 2 years after I left my last company, I've been taking care of you for at least 3.5 years. That's enough. I can't do this anymore. Are you trying to make me overworked? You said that you were using the money I gave you. But the fact is, you secretly withdrew it from my account without permission.
What? How did you find out?
Anyone can find out about that by checking the bank book. You're stealing my money, Archie. Because you withdrew money from my account without my permission. Are you aware of what you did?
That's not true. We're a married couple after all.
But you withdrew money from my account without my permission. I count that as a debt.
Debt? Why? It's our family's income, so it's not a debt.
A debt is a debt. Anyway, I have proof. I'm getting a divorce no matter what. I'm going to ask you to pay back all your debts anyway.
Are you telling me that you've been planning this all along?
Of course not. You didn't even get a job. You've been slacking off for 3.5 years, talking nonsense all the time. You've been eating up the family's finances until now. But I didn't complain at all. I don't know what's normal anymore, though. Since you've invited your parents to live together, I think it's a perfect timing. I'll divorce you without hesitation.
I'm not getting a divorce. That's impossible.
Well, I think you'd better find a job as soon as possible since no one's gonna pay for your living expenses.
Now that we're married, let's continue to get along.
Anyway, pack up your stuff and leave before I get back, okay? I think I'll be back tomorrow evening, so please do that before then.
Huh? Don't be reckless.
I'm not reckless. While I was going for a business trip from tomorrow, you just decided to let your parents move into our house, right? So you could at least move out too. You don't have lots of stuff anyway. Why don't you just leave on your own?
That's too sudden. Do I really have to leave?
That's what I'm saying. Why can't you understand? I'm just saying that you should get kicked out of our house and move into that shabby house with your parents.
I don't want to live in a shabby house. I don't care what my parents think, but I don't want to.
What? You're the one who said that we shouldn't ignore your parents' feelings. Did you forget?
Well,
It's better to have a shabby house than nothing, isn't it? Too bad that you won't be able to live there anymore soon.
That's why I want to live with you.
That's not gonna happen because I've already decided to quit being your family. Now I'm finally ready for work.
Wait a minute. You've had enough fun already, haven't you? I really don't want to hear this kind of joke. If you wanted me to work so badly, you should have told me sooner. You didn't tell me anything. You're so arrogant to suddenly kick me out of the house. Anyway, I'm not getting a divorce.
How dare you? I told you over and over again to work, and yet you said all those nonsense and did nothing. It's too late now. If you say you won't agree to a divorce, I'll have to get a lawyer involved in the divorce proceedings. If that's the case, you'll have to pay alimony as well.
Alimony?
Isn't that obvious? I already have enough reasons and evidence for a divorce. I'll charge you alimony, including the money I've lent you.
Hold it right there. Isn't that too much? Don't be so upset.
I think you're the one who's upset. I'm totally ready for a divorce, so I have nothing more to say. If you won't agree to the divorce, then hire a lawyer.
I need to get out of our house and find a new place to live. I also need to find a job soon. I can't get a divorce nor get out of the house.
I want a divorce. That's it. That's all.
I won't be able to play video games.
There you go again. You're such a scumbag to the core. I wonder why I didn't divorce you earlier. If I had done it sooner, you wouldn't have wasted my money. What a disgrace to my life. By the way, if you're still home tomorrow, I'll call the police for trespassing.
Calling the police? I can't believe you're going to do that to your own husband.
I don't consider you my husband anymore. You're a stranger. If you enter my house without permission, that means you're trespassing.
That's too much. It's just a quarrel between you and me. Let's not do that anymore. I'm sorry about everything. I'll talk to my parents to think twice about moving in together. Forgive me.
Why are you talking so big? I really hate you. I'm never going to live with you. If you need a roommate, why don't you ask your parents? It's none of my business, so just go ahead and do it.
Don't be so cold. We're a married couple, right?
Unfortunately, in my mind, we're strangers now. Soon enough, you'll have a taste of my hard work by finding yourself a proper job. From morning till night. No, I think you need to work more than that to make ends meet. You won't have any spare time to play video games and so on. Are you ready to face the reality?
No way, that's a living hell. I absolutely hate it.
You have to take care of your parents. You have to work for them too. You're going to be so busy. You can't make your parents upset, right? You were the one who said that out loud.
That was just a figure of speech. I'm sorry, please forgive me.
It's not about forgiveness. You disgust me so much. I have nothing to say anymore. From now on, if you touch or break anything in the house, I'll have to charge you for compensation. If you do, I'll put that in your debt. Well, I'm sure you're already in debt, but it can't be helped.
What? I don't know if I can pay.
I don't care about that. It seems like you were planning to surprise me, but it totally backfired. You didn't think I was this far along in the divorce preparations, did you? You'd better get serious from now on. Work as hard as you can to make up for everything you've done.
Oh no.
Archie was living a carefree life according to his own interpretation of the situation. However, when he plotted to take over the house she had purchased, it all came crashing down. Everything was ruined because he tried to take over the house that Michelle had bought. She also found out that Archie's plan of living together with his parents.
This triggered her to start the plan she had been preparing. Without any hesitation, she decided to get a divorce. Perhaps because of his low intelligence level, Archie had a hard time understanding the magnitude of the situation. But when Michelle asked him for a divorce, he gradually began to realize. Once he realized how serious she was and that he had to leave the house, he panicked. But it was already too late. In the end, Michelle demanded Archie to leave the house they were living in by the next day. His income is zero. He was a scumbag who depended on Michelle for everything. Archie had nowhere to go. He tried to rely on his parents' house, which was in shambles. But the house had been taken away because of his family debt. As a result, the three of them became homeless. Until now, Archie had spent all his time playing video games each day. But now he's working at morning, noon, and late at night. He was finally able to rent an old apartment. In addition to the rent, it seems that Archie also earns money for living expenses. But his parents spent all their money betting on the horse race. Naturally, they could not afford their expenses anymore. Archie could no longer afford to buy new games too. Only heaven knows what will happen to Archie and his parents in the future.
Thanks for watching.